Hello. I'm here for another D underscore throwback. There's some hair on my desk. I have too many animals. I've already got my wheat farm and this farm going. I guess I'll add to it today. But I'll also, hmm, I'll get started. I'll get started on that layer again or whatever. But today I want to first tell you to go follow my Instagram. Shameless plug. Go follow that and go get more in tune with my life because I should be the only facet of your life. You should not focus on anything else but me. I see that a lot on people's Instagram stories that I know from real life. They have a lot of like they just post with celebrities all the time, like nonstop, like K-pop and uh, Ariana Grande, and I just kind of wonder, like, what else do you do with your life? Like, is it really as like one dimensional as I might think it is? I don't know, but I should be the only facet. So, but anyways, I'd like to talk about. Sorry, still recovering from my sickness. I'd like to talk about kind of. I don't. I think I talked about it the last time, but this might be not really talked about, but I think I touched on it at least in one of my videos. But kind of like problems, things being this tangible item, kind of acting like that, anyways. One thing that I am a firm believer of is I am a firm believer that you need to leave things at home. You need like problems. That's the main topic I'm going to talk about. So problems. And what I mean by that, it could be any type of problem. It could be bad grades in school. It could be relationship. It could be a fight you have with your brother. It could be any list of issues that kind of sink on you emotionally. Um, and it is my full belief, and I don't think it'll ever change, that you need to treat them kind of like tangible items. That they need to, like, they have a place. Obviously, they always do. There are times where you should cry, and there are times where you shouldn't. And that's kind of where I'm getting at is, I don't know if a lot of people think about this, and if you do, please leave a comment because I'd like to hear other perspectives on this. But a good amount of the people that I talk to in real life about this agree with me. Is that you should? My roommate's yelling at the dog, but anyways, you should treat problems as if they're like a tangible item in the real world. And what I mean by that is, like this pickaxe. If I didn't want this pickaxe anymore, I could just throw it and leave it. I don't have to deal with it. And I can come back before it's not there anymore, I guess. But I guess that's like a like kind of way to look at it. Um, More of like what I'm talking about is, say, you know whenever it comes to, say I had an argument with one of my friends, and it's really like bringing me down. And I decided to go out to eat with my family. But I bring this problem with me, and I let it really like soak into the time that I should be spending with the people that I love. And so what my advice to myself would be is to leave it, leave it at the door whenever you walk into the restaurant. Like, try not to think about it. And if it's one of those issues where it's like, you can't go without thinking about it, then that's another conversation. You need to talk to somebody. But if it's something that you can kind of, like, I know it's something I need to come back to. I'm not going to put it off for forever, but I need to be able to enjoy my time right now, so I'm not wasting it. You just leave it at the door whenever you walk into the restaurant. That's what my advice would be. And I think this is kind of inspired from a conversation that I've had with my friend the other day. Um, he's struggling with quite a bit in the moment, and I threw that because I don't like having spares. I threw that piece of glass. It was the last piece in my inventory. And I had this conversation with him because he's dealing with a lot right now with his family and uh, his life in general. He's got a lot going on. Really stressed out. I told him, I'm like, man, whenever you come over here, you need to understand. You need to like leave these issues at the door. If you need to talk about them, that's different. Because we can talk about it. You just need to let us know. But if you're just going to let it eat you up and waste that time we could be spending together having fun, then, you know, you're not really spending your time doing anything. You're just kind of here. You know, you're sitting there on your phone looking at it. Your head's buried in it. You're not doing anything. You need to be able to leave that at the door and not worry about it. And like I said, you know, if it's something where you can't really do that, and it's really weighing on you, it's on your mind, that's fine. You know, it's okay to talk about things. It's okay to be sad, and it's okay to be like, you know, like be sad to the point where you need to cry. But, you know, you really need to be able to lift yourself up, you know, by your bootstraps, as people hate hearing old people say for some reason. You really need to pull yourself up and try not to worry about it so much. It can be difficult at times, but you need to. I mean, there's no other course of action. It's not really a choice you get. Because it's like this quote I heard. I've been watching a lot of It's a Gundam. I really like his YouTube videos. My girlfriend's brother put me on him. I like his videos quite a bit. And he was talking about, and I've heard this before, and you know, probably quite a few people have heard this before too, but you know, he's talking about manifestation as basically like this hippie bullshit. I hate hippies. I hate grimy, dirty little hippies. But you know, he was talking about like these people who believe in manifestation, which is basically like, you know, believing in, oh, well, if I say this sequence of numbers, it's a cheat code for life, and now I'm going to get 1 million diamonds, and, you know, I'm going to get $1 million, and everything's going to be mine, and it's all going to come to me. It's like, no, what he was saying is that, you know, your dreams don't come to you. You have to work for them, you know. You can't just try to manifest a low-fat body. You know, you can't manifest being able to deadlift 315 pounds. You can't manifest those things, and I feel like whenever it comes to your issues, it's like the same thing. You can't, you know, manifest being able to handle your life emotionally. You know, it doesn't just like come to you. It's something you have to work on. You constantly have to be striving to be better. If you realize in an argument that you're wrong, just like I've said before, just admit you're fucking wrong and move on. Like, it's not this like super deep thing, you know. It's like saying sorry is not a power statement. Shit, I gotta beat the shit out of this dude. 1 second. But yeah, and that's one issue that a lot of people in my life in general have, is they don't know how to like get away from their issues and not be as bothered by them as they are, you know? It's like I talked to a couple people that I'm friends with, and they always tell me how much they hate going into work, and it's like, yeah, I hate it too. I hate going into work as well. It sucks, but, you know, sometimes you just have to deal with it. Sometimes it's something you're going to have to deal with, you know, as much as it sucks. Like, right now I'm working 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., stocking food in a freezer. I jump from job to job sometimes. It depends. The pay wasn't too good my last one, as you could hear from my other videos. But, yeah, I just, I've been working 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. and I'll tell you right now, man, like this morning I was really ready to just like lay back down and you know, not have to worry too much and go back to bed. You know, it was 5:30 in the morning. I was waking up. I was really, really tired. I was ready to go back to bed. But, you know, I know I can't do that. And, you know, as much as it sucks, it's like, oh well, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. And that's how things are with problems. You just have to put it aside and just be like, yeah, whatever. It's not a huge deal. You got to be able to move past it and be able to live your life, because if you're not, then you're just wasting your time. You can't let them soak in your life. You know, if you're bringing your issues to family dinner or hanging out with your friends or playing video games or doing anything that you enjoy in life, you're not going to enjoy it very much. And that's one thing that I kind of think about sometimes. I've talked about before, is with like content creators, which, by the way, that's a bullshit term. Content creators. You know, I guess this is content, what I'm doing right now, but it's more like just, I don't know, it's just a video. And I know that's like, you know, that fits into the term of content, but it just sounds so serious that it makes it sound like so much more than it actually is. Like, it's not hard making this video. I'm just talking and playing Minecraft. You know, the editing isn't going to be too tough. I'm just, you know, it's not hard. So I hate tying a serious term to it, but they just like vlogging. Vlogging is not difficult at all. Anybody that tells you it is, they're stupid. You know, like people say like, oh yeah, it's such a hard life to live, the life of a vlogger. But it's like you would not trade that job for a factory job. You would never. It is so fucking easy, dude. Are you kidding me? All you have to do is turn on a camera and make kooky faces. And then you get millions of dollars, depending on who you are. Some people don't. Some people just waste their time with it because they don't make very, substance. I mean, most vlogs in general, most vlog channels don't make, videos of substance, but you know, especially like the white trash ones. It's very racially charged, but that's just how I feel about it. But here, let me make this door real quick. Um, Look at that. I've got my little house right here set up. I should. Oh, dude, you know what I should do? I should make like a little like boat drop point. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I just like, especially with the vlog channels, like they are such bad culprits of this. They do this really annoying thing where they have to bring their vlogs into every facet of their life. You know, there's this one YouTuber I've been watching the last few days who he does like that stuff like going to the least visited country in the world. And it's like it's cool. It's a cool like idea, but it just like he films everything and adds like a kooky little editing like trick to it. And it's like, dude, like, I don't know. I hate it. I hate it so much because it's like I don't want to. I would never like. I think I talked about this before, but I think it was one of my friends was like, "Yo, you should make a video going to the thrift store," and I was like, "Yeah, it's a cool idea and all, but the thrift store is one of those like spots I go to kind of escape everything, and not like a stupid way where it's like, oh, I go to the thrift store to escape my mind and get away from it all. It's just one of those little spots, it's one of those little spots you go to. It's nice, it's cute, it's quaint. It's just your little spot, And whenever you start bringing what you could acquaint work to into it, it's like it's not really your spot anymore. And that's one thing I really like never want to do is I never want to bring that into my life where like everything I do is just like my job. It's like these vlog channels or whatever, they go to their local Walmart to go get groceries and they have to turn that into content. It's like, at what point are you the content? At what point is there's no like disconnect? Like, what connection is not being made for you where you don't realize like, wow, like I'm really like I should just be getting groceries right now, but for some reason I'm fucking working. Like like that's one thing. Like, say like iDubbbz, he does really well. He just like, it's not his job. Like, I mean, it is his job, but it's like, he doesn't go out and like record himself all the time. People wonder why, they come up with all these fake theories on why these people are unhappy. And it's like, no, dude, the reason you're unhappy is because you're bringing your fucking work into every facet of your fucking life. It was like that one YouTuber, I think his name was J Station or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, like, you make these shitty little videos that people can make their little reactions to, like, oh, summoning XXXTentacion at 3 a.m. Spooky guy died from getting shot. But it's like, if you watch the videos on like his girlfriend and everything, and him going, I think he got in trouble with the law, but I can't remember like whether or not he went to jail. But it's like, you watch those videos and all you hear is like, like he brought it into every aspect of his life. It's like, dude, Like, life is not a fucking game, and it's not a video either. It's not like some type of content grab. Like, not everything has to be about, whatever you're doing. Uh, I watched this video on Elon Musk. I guess this is kind of iffy because a lot of people do this, but his wife, I don't know if it was her talking, but she apparently had written a piece because she's a writer about what being married to Elon Musk was like, and while it's good to be successful, he would constantly bring it home and was just very, very, I guess, dismissive in a way. It's just work really never left. He never left work. He always brought it back home, which really ate into his marriage and ended up in their divorce. And I feel like that's a lot of people in general. And this started out with problems. Now I'm talking about content creation. But where it kind of ties back into problems is like, if you're constantly bringing your issues wherever you go, kind of like how YouTubers, vloggers, etc., they do the same thing where they are always bringing their job wherever they go. Like, you're not going to be happy. It's not going to be something you're able to do. You always need to keep that in mind. It's the same thing with problems. You can't expect to be like super happy whenever, going to laser tag, all you're thinking about is something that like, super upsets you. And I'm not saying that you should never think about these things, obviously. Like, you need to be able to sit down and cry sometimes and talk to people. You should be opening up. But there are times in which you need to, sit back and just relax and not take everything so to heart, and not ruin these moments, because I mean, and it's kind of harsh to say, but in a way, it is kind of ruining the moment, whenever you're letting something eat you up like that. And it's just not your fault that you have the issue, but it's how you act on it. That's like the whole thing I tell people around me is like, it's not the thought that makes the person, it's the action on it. It's like that whole thing with like the cliff theory or whatever. There's two theories to it, but basically, if you are with someone or by yourself and you're right next to a cliff, say like you look down the cliff, like you have that thought in the back of your head. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's just me, but a lot of other people say they've had this too. Like, you look over the cliff and you see how like far of a fall it is. You're like, I could just jump, or I could push this person. Like I have that power, but what makes you is whether or not you act on it. If you act on it, then you're dead or you're a murderer. There's not much else to it. And that kind of, that matters a lot. And so, if you have your issues and your problems in life and they're bringing you down, it's not your fault for having those issues, unless you brought them upon yourself. If you brought your issues upon yourself, yeah, that is your fault. And you need to fix them. But if it's something that was completely out of your control, like your mom's in the hospital, or you had a really bad fight, and you're the one that's in the right, but the other person hasn't come to accept it, or you had a breakup, or any other list of things, while it might not be your fault that you're going through it, you still need to make sure that your decisions following afterwards don't hurt those around you either, or waste your time. Because like time is such a finite thing, I'm constantly thinking existentially every single day, and I feel like a lot of people do. So it's not like a special trait of mine, like, oh, I'm such an existential person. I have so much going on. No, no, it's not like that at all. But I do think about those things a lot, and time is such a finite thing, and you just can't spend it being wasted. And there are a good amount of people that could say that this right here is a waste of time. I'm making a 30-minute long video talking about emotions to people in their teens who are going to probably forget about it. Probably only get like 10 to 20 views on a channel that might not go anywhere. There are quite a few people that say this is a waste too. But anyways, let me see. I guess just, I know the music kind of cut out because I had to edit that out, but anyways, there are a good amount of people that can say that this is pointless too. I get very fucking embarrassed whenever people barge into my room while I'm doing this shit, because it's such a, like I always say, I just feel like it's a very childish endeavor. So Jacob, if you're watching this, go fuck yourself, you dickhead. But I gotta get going, so I'm gonna run over here and sleep, and I will try to post more. I'm gonna post this today, hopefully on Tuesday, 11/23/2021, and tomorrow hopefully I'll have a video ready. We've been playing a lot of Halo Infinite, but I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here, and you have a nice rest of your day.